This week is Police Week, and I wanted to take a few minutes to thank our law enforcement officers in Louisiana. They've got a difficult job, and they do not get the appreciation that they deserve. They just don't. Now, some people think police officers are a bigger problem than criminals. But the people who think that are wrong. All of us know, most fair-minded Americans know, that our cops save lives and our police officers serve their communities honorably. And we're thankful for them. I am. I also want to send my gratitude to our border agents. They've got a tough job too, particularly right now. Their difficult job is going to get even more challenging now that President Biden has ended, or will be ending, Title 42 on May the 11th. Title 42, you may have heard it referenced on the news. Title 42 gives border agents the power to immediately turn back immigrants, illegal immigrants at the border if they don't have a valid asylum claim. You can't just walk into America without the proper paperwork or a valid asylum claim. And many folks who try to come into America without being vetted, who claim asylum, do not have a valid asylum claim. But by the time the courts adjudicate that claim, the folks who came into America, they're already here, and President Biden will not deport them. But the mess that we have at the border is going to be an even bigger mess when President Biden ends Title 42. Under President Biden, there have been more illegal border crossings, over 5 million, than there are people in Louisiana. Louisiana has 4.6 million people. President Biden has welcomed 5 million people into our country illegally. So imagine creating a second Louisiana. And more illegal immigrants they're going to the border right now in anticipation that Title 42 will be rescinded. This administration, I don't understand why, but they believe in open borders. This administration, the Biden administration, believes that vetting people at the border is racist. I don't. I think it's prudent. I think it's not because we hate everybody on the outside. We just want to know who's coming into and out of our country. The end of Title 42 will also mean that the cartels, the drug cartels, the drug dealers who peddle poison will continue to exploit our weak border as well. They're going to try to traffic even more poisonous fentanyl into our communities. We've seen the carnage all over America, but we've seen the carnage of fentanyl in Louisiana. That's for sure. In 2021, 94% of our drug overdose deaths in New Orleans were related to fentanyl. There ought to be a special place in hell for a fentanyl dealer. Law enforcement officers work hard to try to stop this fentanyl, but our criminal code doesn't reflect how lethal fentanyl can be. Many drug dealers don't even face mandatory minimum prison sentences. I've got a bill, it's called the Fairness and Fentanyl Sentencing Act, that honors the work of our cops and protects, and our border agents, and protects Louisiana families. My bill lowers the threshold for the amount of fentanyl that a drug dealer can possess before facing the mandatory minimum prison sentence. We've got to get these poison pushing monsters behind bars. So, thank you to our law enforcement officers in Louisiana and at our southern border. We're thinking of each and every one of you, and we wish you a safe and a happy and, from our standpoint, an appreciative Police Week.